Hey, what's up? My name is Ren. Welcome back to the studio. Y'all, I'm so excited because I'm really inviting you into the last few pages of my sketchbook. Lately, I've been approaching my sketchbook in a different way, just using limited supplies, really just the essentials, and letting my tools and the outside world just guide me deeper through the creative process. You know, sometimes I think as artists, we tend to put so much pressure on our practice. Lately, it's just not been about polish or perfection. It's really just about diving deeper in the process. I know sometimes as artists, we tend to get overwhelmed. You know, when you open your sketchbook and you stare at a blank page and you don't know where to go. But I hope this video will just help to remind you that you really don't need a lot of supplies to make beautiful and meaningful artwork. So if that sounds good to you, definitely stick around for this video. Lately, as the days begin to stretch and soften into spring, I've been taking my sketchbook outside with me. There's something so grounding about being outside, surrounded by trees and birds and the moving clouds, that really pulls me out of my head and back into the moment. It invites me to stop overthinking and just respond artistically to what I see. The branches on the trees, the way the clouds move slowly across the sky, the way the water ebbs and flows in its own rhythm, the curves of flower petals and leaves, and all the shifting tones of the seasons. I don't go outside really with the goal of making something perfect. I mean, perfection is never really my goal. I go to capture a feeling, even if it's just a few quick lines or scribbles or loose washes of color. Working in this way really helps me to loosen up and reminds me that art can be quiet and simple. There's no pressure here, just me, the page, and the world just unfolding around me in real time. That's really what I've been craving in my practice lately. Just full presence over polish, keen observation over perfect outcomes, and deep, deep connection over control. Spending time outside has really made me crave a lot more simplicity in the way I create. So another way I've been finishing out the last few pages of my sketchbook is practicing these monochromatic floral sketches. I've been reaching for just one color and one brush. There's just something deeply freeing about using so little. It removes the noise, the decisions, the overwhelm, and brings me back to what really matters: the movement of the brush, the flow of composition, and the feeling that I'm trying to express in my painting process. Monochromatic painting strips down the art practice in the best way possible. It just becomes less about getting it right, quote unquote, and more about listening to the page, to your hand, and responding to what really wants to come through. In my sketchbook lately, this kind of practice has been a quiet reset and return to intuition. With fewer tools, there's a lot less resistance, and I'm not stuck in choosing the perfect color or worrying so much about the perfect technique. I can just begin. And if you're an artist, you know the act of beginning without hesitation is everything. It's really everything. So whatever I'm sketching, whether it's florals or from my imagination or outside, using a simple color palette, a monochromatic color palette and painting in this way has really reminded me of how spacious creativity can feel, how spacious your art practice can feel when we just allow it to be simple.